So in my last video, I got the Platinum Trophy for Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, and I've decided that I'm going to get the Platinum Trophy for every single Call of Duty game possible. And so in today's video, we are going back to the PlayStation 3 and getting the Platinum Trophy for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Released in 2009, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is considered the greatest Call of Duty of all time. We have a total of 51 trophies to collect for the Platinum, and it is rated at a 3 out of 10 for difficulty, will require one playthrough and take approximately 30 hours to complete. Now, I did stream this entire Platinum over on Twitch, and if you are interested in watching me go for more Platinums, please head on over and follow the Twitch. So the first part of our Platinum journey is going to be completing the campaign. So our first mission that we have to complete is SSDD, where we earn the trophy Back in the Saddle. Now what's absolutely crazy about this is the very first trophy that I ever popped on my account 14 years ago was this one. But after completing the basic introduction, we then head over to the pit, and here we can earn the trophy Pit Boss for running the pit and finishing it with a time of under 30 seconds. Now, having just come off the Modern Warfare Remastered Platinum Trophy, my COD skills were actually pretty good, and I nearly aced this on my first go. If I just knew what the course was going to be like, I definitely reckon I would have gotten this done in under 30 seconds first go. I finished my first run through in a total of 39 seconds, which I was actually pretty happy with, and so we decided to run it back, but this time get a little bit more tactical with the SMGs that we pick. And so after another 2 or 3 attempts, we finally cracked the 30-second mark and popped our second trophy of the game.
Area clear, jump down. Left area, move.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Very impressive, man. You made that course your pitch. Look at your team where you can go back in.
Pit Boss. So with the pit now completed, we were ready to begin the campaign playthrough, and we selected the veteran difficulty in order to get the Price of War trophy. So our first real mission is Team Player, and our objective in this mission is to recapture this Afghan city that has been overrun by a group of rebels. For completing this mission, you will earn the trophy Danger Close, and then completing it on veteran difficulty will also net you the First Day of School trophy. Now here at the start of the level is a great opportunity to earn the Threesome trophy for firing your noob tube across the river and killing 3 enemies at once. Hey, there we go, Threesome! After successfully taking back the city and driving away the enemy forces, General Shepard recruits us into his squad and we pop our trophy. Danger Close. Just remember, no rushing. First Day of School. So our next main mission was Cliffhanger. In this mission, you get to play as Sergeant Roach alongside Captain Soap and infiltrate a Russian military base. And after completing this mission, you will pop the Cold Shoulder trophy and also the Black Diamond trophy for completing it on veteran difficulty. This mission is also a great opportunity to pick up the No Rest for the Wary trophy, where you knife an enemy without them knowing that you were there, and the 2 birds with 1 stone trophy for killing 2 enemies with a single bullet. No Rest for the Wary. 2 birds with 1 stone. Now Soap and Roach successfully infiltrate the base, and then the mission ends with one of the most iconic snowmobile chases, which is fun. Cold Shoulder. Black Diamond. Now our next mission was No Russian, and for obvious reasons this is one of the most controversial missions ever produced by the Call of Duty franchise. I'll obviously not be showing the footage purely based on the fact that I just don't want to get banned. Our next main mission was Takedown, and here we get to earn the trophy Tag 'em and Bag 'em. In this mission we return to play as Sergeant Roach, and here we have to capture Rogus after chasing him through the favelas. Around halfway through this mission you get to pick up some Akimbo G18s, and this is a great opportunity to earn the Look Ma 2 Hands trophy for killing 10 enemies in a row using Akimbo weapons. Just like, oh there we go, Look Ma 2 Hands, okay. Now so far through our campaign playthrough, the missions had all been relatively straightforward until we hit this little checkpoint here in the favela. For some reason, Infinity Ward thought it was a good idea to put every single person surrounding you, and as soon as you look up out of a window, you were instantly headshot. This was the first mission that really gave me some trouble, and we ended up with a total of 41 deaths before finally completing it. Tag 'em and Bag 'em. Our next mission was Wolverines, and here we get to earn the trophy Royale with Cheese. Now this mission marks the start of the war between the Russians and the US. However, we don't really do much except run between buildings, kill a whole heap of enemies. However, we do get the chance to earn 2 separate trophies. The first trophy is Some Like It Hot for killing 6 enemies in a row using a thermal weapon, and 10 plus foot mobiles for killing at least 10 enemies with 1 Predator missile. Yeah, there we go, Some Like It Hot. Yeah, there we go, 10 plus foot mobiles. PS4 version. Royale with Cheese. So our next mission was the Hornet's Nest, and here we return to the favela. Here we return as Roach, and we can earn the Touristus trophy for completing this on veteran difficulty. Basically, all US forces have been banned from Brazil, and the group have to escape through the help of Nikolai. Now, around 3/4 the way through this mission, you will come across a whole group of chickens in the favela, and here is where you get to earn the Colonel Sanderson trophy. Basically, all you have to do is kill 7 chickens in under 10 seconds, and it's pretty straightforward if you just throw your grenade at a big group of them and then shoot the rest. Oh, Colonel Sanderson. Touristus. Our next main mission was Exodus. Basically, the Russian army has invaded the United States, and we return here as Private Ramirez and have to find the anti-aircraft guns and a high-value target. For completing this mission on veteran difficulty, we earn the Red Dawn trophy. As you advance through the streets alongside the striker, Russian forces will drop down out of helicopters, and here you can pick up the Harder They Fall trophy for killing 2 repelling enemies in a row before they land on their feet. See if that popped. Yeah, there we go. The Harder They Fall. Ramirez and the group successfully take down the AA guns. However, when they find the high-valued target, he is dead, and this is where the campaign starts to get a little bit sus. Red Dawn. Our next main mission was The Only Easy Day Was Yesterday. Now, there is actually no trophy associated with this mission, however you can get the Knock Knock trophy here for killing 4 enemies with 4 shots during a slow-mo breach. Knock Knock. This mission is also around halfway through the campaign, and it's highly likely that if you've been following a guide, you will get the Road Less Traveled trophy for collecting your 20-second enemy intel item. Yeah, there we go. The Road Less Traveled. Now in this mission, you return to play as Roach, and here you need to capture this oil rig and destroy a SAM site in order to be able to storm the Gulag for the next mission. Now I have absolutely no idea why there is no trophy associated with this level, as it's actually one of the harder ones in the game, particularly this little part where the smoke grenades get thrown by the enemies and can lace you even though you can't even see them. Now my death count did go up a bit, and after around 20 deaths we captured the oil rig and then we're ready to save the prisoner. So our next main mission was the Gulag, and here we would earn the 2 trophies, Soap on a Rope and Prisoner 627 for rescuing Prisoner 627 from the Gulag. Now as you enter underground into the Gulag, you will get the opportunity to pick up a riot shield, and this is a great place to get the Unnecessary Roughness trophy for beating someone to death with a riot shield. Yeah, there we go, Unnecessary Roughness. As we breach the walls and then save Prisoner 627, it turns out that he is actually the legend Captain Price. Big man. The group successfully extract from the destroyed Gulag, and then Captain Price has a plan that is going to stop the war. Soap on a Rope. Prisoner 627. We then return back to the United States for the mission of their own accord. Basically, the Russian forces have captured several buildings here in the capital of Washington, and it is our job to try to see if we can recapture some back and push the Russian forces back. After capturing several of the sites back, the Russian forces then completely overwhelm us, and at the end of the mission here, we are then attacked by a helicopter, and it appears as if we are going to die. This then brings us to the next mission, Contingency. Here we return to play as Roach after the crew has successfully extracted Captain Price, and we get to earn the trophy Desperate Times and End Justify the Means. We have to infiltrate a military submarine base, and when Captain Price gets on board, he then launches an EMP rocket that saves the United States from the Russians. Good. Desperate Times and
ends justify the means.
We then return back to Private Ramirez, and here we see that the EMP has taken out the helicopter that was about to kill us. After the EMP goes off, all Russian vehicles are then disabled, and this gives the United States Army a chance to complete a counterattack. However, the White House still has power, and this then leads into the next mission, Whiskey Hotel, where we then need to storm the White House and take it back from the Russian forces. And here's where we get to earn the 2 trophies, Whiskey Hotel and Homecoming. After successfully taking back the White House and making our way to the roof, it appears as though the United States Army has started to turn the war in its favour.
It's been a tough week, gentlemen.
Whiskey Hotel, 8 compared to the 18 yesterday.
Homecoming.
Our next mission was Loose Ends, and here we have to storm Makarov's safe house, where we get to earn the trophy, the Pawn. Makarov is however not at the safe house, and the team then gets all of the intel that it can in order to find him. After downloading all of the intel, we then need to survive against waves of enemies as they assault the house and reach our extraction helicopter. Now this part of the mission is an absolute joke on veteran difficulty, and the mortars that fall in are completely RNG, and I died 10 times completely to no fault of my own. However, we finally made it through to the extraction point, and General Shepard took the DSM data off of us and then completely betrayed us. Now, I think this was honestly one of the craziest turn of events in the history of gaming, and I remember playing this as a kid and being absolutely traumatized. The Pawn. So after Shepard's betrayal, we return to Captain Price for the mission The Enemy of My Enemy, where we will get the trophy out of the frying pan. General Shepard is basically just trying to wipe out the rest of Task Force 141 members. However, Makarov gives us the details of where he is currently hiding. After escaping through the aeroplane graveyard, we then drive a car onto this plane to then fight General Shepard.
That's all I'm following. Out of the frying pan. Queen takes Rook.
We then arrive in Afghanistan for the mission Just Like Old Times. Here we assault General Shepard's base in order to find out where he is. After successfully finding Shepard, he attempts to escape via boat, and here we begin the mission Endgame. We chase Shepard on the boat, however he manages to escape into a pavelo, and then we shoot it down. However, Soap cannot stop the boat from falling over the edge, and the pair crash land into the river below. We wake up on shore, and Shepard has somehow magically survived the plane crash, and then we chase him down with a knife. Shepard, however, fights back and then stabs us in the chest. Before Shepard can then execute us, Captain Price shows up and the pair begin a savage fight. Soap then pulls the knife out of his chest and then throws it at Shepard, killing him and thus completing the game.
Headshot. Got him. I got 12 trophies left on it. It's such a grind.
I don't think I've ever been happier to kill a person in a video game, and Price helps Soap to his feet, and together with Nikolai they leave, and this will begin the events of Modern Warfare 3.
The price of war, for the record, off the grid.
Now, I did do a pretty good job at getting most of the trophies done during my veteran playthrough, however we still had a handful to clean up after the game. So the first one that we had to clean up was Desperado, which is for killing 5 enemies in a row using 5 different weapons, and this can be done here in the contingency level just after the stealth part, where you get access to 5 different guns and can quickly kill 5 enemies.
Oh yeah, there we go, Desperado. That actually worked. What the heck?
I then returned to the cliffhanger mission to get the Ghost Trophy, which is for planting a C4 without alerting or injuring anyone in the blizzard. Now this trophy is actually really easy, and if you just walk forward, McTavish will take out any enemies that are in front of you, and so if you just don't get spotted, the trophy will be yours.
There we go, Ghost.
And so with that trophy completed, I then had one left to get, and that was Leave No Stone Unturned, which was for collecting 45 enemy intel items.
Leave no stone unturned.
So with that, we had all of the campaign related trophies, and all we had left to complete now was the Spec Ops section. Now to get all of the stars for Spec Ops, we need to complete 23 missions. However, we need to complete these 23 missions on the veteran difficulty, and they are designed to be completed with a partner. And as you progress through each mission, they get progressively harder and harder, and the enemies get stronger and stronger. After completing each mission, you get stars based on the difficulty that you completed in, and Veteran gives us 3 stars. And so we have a total of 69 stars that we need to collect, and there are 11 trophies related to these 69 stars. Now there are also 2 miscellaneous trophies that you need to get as part of the Spec Ops. The first one is I'm the Juggernaut, which is for killing a Juggernaut, and this will come pretty naturally throughout your playthrough. However, the other one is downed but not out, and unless you are playing with someone else, you will not get this trophy. Now the first 10 to 12 missions are actually pretty straightforward, and you'll find that you'll breeze through them pretty quickly. However, after this, the difficulty certainly spikes up, and I needed to use several YouTube guides to get through them.
Gold star. What was that? Hotel Bravo. Charlie on our 6. Operational asset. But there's nothing wrong with it. Blackjack. I don't. Specialist. And operative. Okay. It goes to 11. I'm the Juggernaut.
Now at this point of the game, I was definitely getting a little bit frustrated as I didn't have anyone to play with, and the peer-to-peer connection in Spec Ops means that it's literally impossible to play with anyone who isn't in the same country as you. I had to dive through several YouTube videos in order to get through this airplane graveyard section and a few of the others. However, with a little bit of perseverance, I finally completed the remaining 10 missions and popped my next platinum trophy.
Professional. Star 69 on a roll. Downed but not out. Is that all you got?
So this now gives me platinum number 89, and it was definitely a more enjoyable one. So if you can please leave a like and comment down below and hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with my challenges. I will see you guys all in the next one.